Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to my first video. I'm doing these videos as a kind of a thought experiment about government. The various forms of government over the years have gone everywhere from monarchy to warlord to totalitarian to parliamentary, republic, theocracy. Every kind of government has been tried, and of course we in the USA are enjoying our 250th year of a representative democracy that is called a republic, that has certain safeguards and a certain structure. And we got to this point when the Constitution was written in 1789 and then greatly amended in 1865 and then again greatly enlarged in terms of finances and bureaucracy in 1914, and again greatly altered again after World War II, as our bureaucracy now numbers about 2 million people, and our national debt is north of $30 trillion, and we're in a situation right now where every newborn baby that was born today took its first breath and automatically owed $100,000 roughly in terms of our national debt. And I thought I would launch into a kind of a thought experiment and ask myself, let's suppose for the time being that somebody sailed their boat out into the middle of the Pacific Ocean and stumbled across a new continent, previously unknown, and on that continent were 200 million people. And they were smart people, reasonably well educated. Their continent had natural resources, arable land, energy, good climate for the most part. And these 200 million people on this previously undiscovered continent had only one major concern: they had no government. And so everybody who accidentally landed upon this new continent was asked by the people there to give us a government, give us some way that we can manage our lives and solve our problems and do the things that a lot of people think we ought to be doing. We don't know how to govern ourselves. What should we do? And so that's the basis of the thought experiment. How can we, is there any kind of a government that maybe isn't exactly what we're seeing around us today, that isn't, composed of 2 houses or 3 sections, president, constitution, theocracy, monarchy? Is there some kind of a government that wasn't invented 500 years before the birth of Christ, for example? Or is there some kind of a government model that reflects the 21st century, that has not only what what Plato thought and what Pericles thought, and what the Roman Senate might have done, but something that might have had a genesis much more in keeping with the world we live in right at the moment. And so that's how the thought experiment got started. And I threw together a bunch of ideas, and some of them are going to sound quite silly to some people and ridiculous to others, and some of them might be unexpected, but it's certainly not rocket science. And I have no background in the humanities. I've never held elected office or run for mayor of any place. I'm just an ordinary citizen with some education a long time ago, retired now. And I'm wondering if, if in this imaginary theoretical continent out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, there might be a different way that these people might think about governing themselves and whether it might work. And I'm also not an expert with computers or video editing or any razzmatazz of a digital nature. And what I plan to do is just put out a 3 to 8 minute video every now and then with an enlargement on this imaginary theoretical government model. And I think that's something worth thinking about, and there aren't a lot of people that I'm aware of that spend a lot of time putting together new models. So that basically covers it for this video. As I said, it's going to be very basic, not going to be a whole lot of detail of any kind. It's going to be conceptual rather than particular in a lot of ways, but something to consider. Anyway, thanks for watching, and this would be the first video from 7 Republic channel. Thanks again.